Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to briefing on Tuesday, the 17th of January. Boy, is it cold out there. Minus 4 on the temperature gauge on the car coming in. And it feels like it when you step out of the car. The issue is going to be when we get the gliders out of the hangar, it's going to freeze up. So I have a plan for that I'll discuss at the end of this. Just to look at the weather, first of all. So we got rid of the strong winds yesterday. The low pressure's just drifted off, and we're now in actually quite a slack, light northerly flow. But this sort of kink here is just giving us northeasterly flow for the moment, certainly for the morning by the looks of it, which pretty much dictates which way we'll operate for the morning. And there might be a swap around in the afternoon, but wind's quite light. There is some mid-level cloud just floating around in here. It's above us at the moment. Further north it's clear, and I think we'll see a clearance this afternoon. So the TAFs, as you can imagine with a picture like that, are fairly short. Farnborough 335 knots, well currently they're giving northeasterly, so is Odium. So I think that 335 knots might apply this afternoon. Cab okay, no cloud below 5,000 feet and 10 kvis, so it's quite nice. Nowhere locally is giving showers anyway. So that's good news. Upper winds, centre of the country, 10 to 15 knots. I think maybe 20 there it shows, but most places showing 10 to 15. Northwesterly or even northerly. And then as you come further south, it goes northeasterly. So this is really what we're in for the morning, definitely. Sat pick. I'll just do a refresh on this because it was 20 minutes ago that I downloaded this. A bit better sat pick hopefully is there now. Yeah, there we go. It shows this sort of mid-level, very thin cloud here, slowly just sinking south, and a very slow process. Clearer in the Midlands, much colder as well overnight, -6 or 7 here. There's rain associated with the cloud right the way down in the channel. That's certainly not going to come our way. You can see that just sort of circling around here, not really going anywhere. So we're going to have this cloud for most of the morning. Hopefully it will slowly clear through in the afternoon. What do Top Meteo say in terms of, well, temperature first? I've already said it's pretty cold. BBC was suggesting it's going to get to 2, maybe 3 degrees at best today. I think that's about right. It's certainly going to be below freezing for most of the morning. Not a great wind chill, fortunately. The wind won't be very strong, as you say, 5 knots on the ground at most. So at least that's something positive out of it. Top Meteo suggesting this is the 10 o'clock light northeasterly flow, and as the morning goes on it picks up a little bit from the north. That's sort of 1 o'clock, and by maybe sort of 2, 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock, it's starting to go a little bit more westerly, northwesterly by late afternoon, evening time. So things beginning to change a little bit. Cloud amounts. At 10 o'clock, it picks up the cloud we've got over us, the mid to upper level cloud that's cutting off the sun at the moment, and it just shows it. That's 1 o'clock, slowly burning back. May not even clear us. till very late afternoon into evening time. Tomorrow looks a little bit more showery in places, risk of snow showers, but again, a nice day. And Thursday the same, really. There's just very weak fronts floating about, but it will be bitterly cold because it constantly is drawing air down from the north. So certainly a flyable all day today, folks. Like northerly wind. Airspace wise, nothing going on in the Lasham area. These two here, 14 and 15, are just notifications that there's hang gliding going on at Westbury and Coombe Gibbet. Nothing else to note. Fortunately, no jet movements today. An email at about sort of 8:20 saying there'll be two movements today, and then one 2 minutes later saying actually they got that wrong, it was tomorrow. So the Wednesday group have the 727 and the PA31 departing tomorrow, and potentially a third one at midday as well. So we're free and clear of jet movements in theory today. Operationally, we're going to go on 09. We'll have the cables on the north side, and it's a fairly standard setup with a launch point vehicle just south of the centre line, aero towing from the south side. I'll take a view on the grass at that end of the field as to whether we actually have a runway operation further forward and land on the runway, or whether we decide to operate in the normal position, because the ground normally at the western end of the field is quite dry. So we'll take a view on that later. Okay, plan is I'll go and open the hangar doors now, and we'll meet at the hangar at about 9:30. Give the sort of 20 minutes for the temperature in the hangar just to start stabilizing before we pull the gliders out, and hopefully that might give us a chance not to get icing on the gliders, but I wouldn't be surprised if it don't start to freeze up fairly quickly. Okay, see you out there at about 9:30.